creating your complete listing. In this lesson, we're going to walk through how to add all the information you've created over the past few lessons to your original quick listing. So I've logged into Seller Central, I've gone to my inventory. You can see here we have the quick listing that I created earlier. Now you will notice it says suppressed, and yours will probably say this too. There is absolutely nothing to worry about. The reason it's saying suppressed is probably because I haven't got any images, but it's perfectly okay. It's nothing to worry about. Before we go and add our new information to our listing, we're just going to go and check the two settings inside our account that I suggested in previous modules. To do that, we're going to put our mouse cursor over settings, and then we're going to click on Fulfillment by Amazon. Now I'm actually just going to open this in a new tab by right-clicking and opening a new tab. And we come to this page. If you don't see Fulfillment by Amazon in that drop-down under settings, it probably means that you're still on an individual account. By the time you're creating your full listing, you should be ready to order your inventory, and you need to upgrade your account to professional. So the first one we want to look at is repackaging settings. You just want to make sure it says disabled. If not, click on edit, select disabled and update. But the other one we're interested in, and the most important one of all, is the FBA product barcode preference. This should say Amazon barcode if you'd followed the training to this point. If it doesn't, you need to click on edit, select the Amazon barcode option, not the manufacturer barcode, and update. It's very important that you have that enabled on your account. But let's close this window and go back to our listing. So to add everything, all we're going to do is click on the edit button. And as you can see, the images has a warning next to it. And that is why my listing was suppressed. But at this point, it really doesn't matter because I haven't got any inventory or anything like that. But we're going to work our way through from left to right. So I've clicked on Vital Info. So the first thing we need to do is update our product name. Now, I've pasted all the information that I gathered over the last few lessons into Word character count just to make it easy. But if you've put it in a text file, that's fine. And you can even copy it straight from Helium 10 if you wish. But I'm going to take my title here, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to highlight the entire product name or title, and then paste the new title over the top. And then I'm just going to click in the next box. And the reason I do that is just to make sure I've got no errors. Now you may well see an error saying capitalization error. It just means that one of the words you have isn't capitalized and should be, or vice versa. It tells you what it is and you just want to go and check it. Now for my listing, there's nothing else on here I want to change. So the next one we're going to go to is offer. Now we need to put in our sale price, and this is the base price you should have calculated in the pricing for profit lesson. So I'm going to put in $15.99, and then I need to put in the sale date. So I'm going to start with today's date, and then the sale end date. I'm actually just going to jump ahead a couple of months. It really doesn't matter because you are going to be changing your price over the coming weeks once your inventory is live anyway. But I just put a couple of months ahead just to make sure. Now the other thing you'll notice is it's got manufacturer's suggested retail price. If you have this option, you want it to be higher than your normal price, and you don't want to go as high as double, but you want to probably be half as much again. So mine is $20 basically, so I want to make it 30. I've put 34 in. It's fine. The reason you want to do this is that in some categories, Amazon show the manufacturer's retail price, and then they show your price, and then they show the sale price in red. If you haven't got it, there's nothing you can do about it. But I'm going to skip the compliance. I'm going to go to images. Now you just want to upload the images you've got right now. So you just want to click on choose file, find the image on your computer and double click on it. Now obviously this is not my product. I haven't actually got any images. I've just gone and downloaded one from Amazon to use for this training, and then I'll delete it as soon as the training is finished. But I've selected the mini bike pump.jpg. It's going to upload here. Okay, so our image has uploaded. Now, if you've got your other images ready, then obviously you want to add them too. If you don't, then one image is enough moving forward, but you want to add your extra images as soon as you can. Next, we're going to go to description, and we're going to start with our product description. So I'm going to grab my description here that I created in the previous lesson. I'm going to copy it, go to edit product info and paste it in. I'm just going to click in the bullet point next to see if it gives me an error message, and it's not giving me an error message. So it looks like we're good. Now the key product features, as we discussed, is actually our bullet points. So I want to have 5 of them. So I'm going to click the add more button until I've got 5. I'm going to go back and I'm going to start copying our bullet points. So here's our first one. I'm going to copy it. And you can do this from wherever you've kept your bullet points. You don't need to use word character count to do it. So I'm going to move to the next line, and it's not showing me an error message. So I know that one's good. Copy the second one, paste that in. Click in the next one, and again, no error message. Now, if you get an error message telling you there's too many characters, then you will have to modify your bullet points. More often than not, you're not going to get an error, but just in case you do, don't panic. Just go and make it shorter. It will tell you exactly how many characters you are allowed. So I'll grab one more, and then I'll pause the video and put the last two in. So I'm going to paste it in, click in the next box, and we're looking good. And there we go. I filled out all 5 bullet points, and as you can see, there's no error messages. Now, there's nothing left in this tab that we need to do, but the next box we need to do is our keywords. And remember, this is where we put our back-end search terms. So I'm going to click on keywords, and then what we're looking at is the search terms right here. Now, as I said, you're only allowed 250 characters, not including spaces. And now with the search terms, they just give you one line. They used to give you multiple lines. If for you it shows up with multiple lines, just use one. But I'm going to go to word character count, and here's our list of keywords. So I'm going to copy them and then paste them in. The search terms is something we constantly evaluate because it changes all the time with Amazon. As of this moment, we don't recommend you put words from your title or your bullet points in here. However, we do constantly test this. So if there's any changes, we will let you know. So we're almost done. And you can see actually it's allowing us to save and finish. But we want to do one more thing, and we do that under more details. If you're not seeing the more details, you just want to click on this tab on the right where you see the advanced view, and clicking on it should make them available. So I'm going to click on more details. And the first thing we want to put in is our shipping weight. And I've got no idea. I went and looked at one of the competing products to get a ballpark, and it said 8 ounces. So I'm putting in 8 ounces for the shipping weight and for the weight underneath. Now, if you haven't had a product sent to you, just contact your supplier and ask them about the weight, and also ask them for the package dimensions, because that's one more thing we need to fill in. Now, I happen to know it's all the way at the bottom, and there's a ton of information on this more details page, but I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. And the one we're looking for is this one here. You can see package dimensions. Again, you can ask your supplier what this is. However, it's the package dimensions for one unit. So in my case, it's one pump inside its box or bag. How big is that package? Not the case that 100 products comes in. Now, again, I found this on another listing, and it's 8 by 3 by 4 inches. So I've put 8, 3, 4, click on select and select inches. So now I've added my package dimensions and the weight of my product. Now, doing this is important. It's not critical, but it is important because it means that when you create your shipping plan, Amazon will know how big everything is. Now, Amazon will automatically measure and weigh your product when your first shipment arrives. However, we have found that this speeds up the process. So if I scroll all the way back to the top, you can see we've got no more error messages. I'm going to click on Vital Info to take us back to the first tab, and I'm going to click Save and Finish. And there we go. It's actually updated. Now I'm just going to close this box, but you can see it's got the full title in now, and it's saying your updates have been submitted. You will notice it still says suppressed, and that's because it does take time. It could take anything from 10-15 minutes to 12 to 24 hours for this to update, because the images take a little longer to register with Amazon. So when you come back, just check to see if it still says suppressed. If it does, what you want to do is right click on your title and open it in a new tab. It will actually show you the information. As you can see here, it hasn't updated my title yet, and it hasn't updated my image or anything else. And that's fine, it does take time. But that's how you update everything on your listing. If you get any error messages when you're going through this, then please do go post in the community and tell us what your error is without mentioning your product, and we'll give you a hand. So we covered how to create your complete product listing by adding everything you've created in this module so far. And next, you will discover how to make use of Amazon's email system. Your action step: if you're ready to do it, go ahead and create your complete product listing. But that's it for this lesson. Take care.